Hey, it's Danae from the TVSins team wanting to thank Rocket Money for sponsoring today's video. I avoid looking at my budget because I don't want to be reminded about my terrible spending habits. So when Rocket Money entered my world, I thought of them like a judge-free budget buddy that wanted to look out for me and tell me the good stuff rather than the bad. The conversation went, something like this.
Do you want me to cancel these multiple Netflix accounts?
Yes. Why do I have multiple?
Do you want me to take that money and put it into a savings account instead?
What is savings?
I noticed you bought coffee 7 times in one day. Would you?
Thank you, Rocket Money. Thank you. I preferred this conversation over what my mother would have said if she saw my bank account. But let's stay positive here, people. We all need help to get into the nitty-gritty of overpaying for subscriptions and lowering bills, but do it with Rocket Money and not your mom. To save more and spend less, join the more than 5 million subscribers using Rocket Money today. Head to rocketmoney.com/TVSins or click the link in the description to get started for free.
Found Ralph Macchio.
Oh, sure, you like him now, but you'll hate him in about 5 years when Karate Kid 3 comes out. Then a few decades later when Cobra Kai comes out, you'll love him again. Trust nothing from your childhood, 11.
He's my first boyfriend. Ex-boyfriend.
3 episodes in, and other than a little lifeguard possession and some fun with magnets, we've been absolutely butchered with teen boyfriend drama, teen girlfriend drama, and Hopper dealing with teen boyfriend and girlfriend drama, and that's just not how I like my things to be strangered, okay?
I guarantee you, him and Lucas are like totally wallowing in self-pity and misery. We're like, oh, I hope they take us back.
Man, we sure do bake this manipulative shit into our kids young, don't we? Love to simply sin the 80s, but we're still putting this shit in shows today, and probably will be well into the 2080s.
God, what I wouldn't give to see their stupid faces.
Does it include giving your friend a possible brain aneurysm? Because everyone present must know these nosebleeds aren't a good sign. Also, I see we're back to Elle needing static and a blindfold to use her powers. Strange how she didn't need those things at her aunt's house or in Chicago. Consistency? Never heard of her.
Yeah, we're trying to solve the great mystery of the female species.
And I'm trying to solve the mystery of why everything at this table is in understandable teenager chaos, and yet the drinks are product placemented perfectly to face the camera. Also, I'm trying to work out the odds of these kids drinking the only available for a matter of months in 1985 new Coke without this room also being covered in vomit. Come to think of it, maybe they should have called this season New Stranger Things.
Hey! When I say 3 inches!
You know, drunk Hopper storming into Eleven's room to scream at her for existing might be my least favorite flavor of Hopper. Being complacent enough to assume that just because there isn't a boy in Eleven's room, she won't be getting into any trouble. She's a teenager, Hop. She'll be in trouble before your blood has had a chance to assert itself back into your alcohol system.
Mr. Wheeler. Oh, boring.
Then why was Mr. Wheeler even an option? The beauty of this game is that you choose the names. You never have to write down a boring name, and what's the point of randomly spinning the bottle if you disregard its destined outcome? Was it just to demonstrate your ability to flaunt the rules, you rule flaunters?
Okay, look, I should just warn you, if he's with a girl or doing something gross, just get out of there right away before you're scarred for life.
Or you could remove his name and not spy on your brother just in case he's doing something you don't want to witness with or without a partner, which at his age is 95% likely at this time of night. Or, spin again, since the rules clearly don't mean shit to you people.
I found him. What's he doing?
Hold up, Max. Let's ask the more important question. Why did the radio static stop? Because I don't hear it anymore, and Eleven supposedly needs it for her powers. Does she not? Has she suddenly decided to use the non-diegetic music instead?
I'll be over, son.
Max and Elle managed to pick the one person in their circle to spy on who's been possessed by the Upside Down. And while he's mid-kidnapping, no less. An especially wild coincidence considering Patrick Swayze was on the table. Look, I'm fine with Beelzebub sensing Elle's presence, totally makes sense. But would you have really seen an actual smoky version of her apparate in the room? And if Elle is invisibly occupying the physical space she's spying on, why not just show that? Is it just because the black void and water look cooler? It is, isn't it?
tribe of villagers are under threat from an evil force from the swamps of Kuzatan.
Well, it's so early.
Damn it, Mike, shut up. This villager attack is the first interesting arc we've had all season. The episode has time for a full 30 seconds of Hopper's morning routine.
Okay, you're freaking me out.
Joyce appears psychotic while actually being psychic and predicting the core of the season's mystery. Cliché.
You stand me up, no phone call, no apology, because you had to go to Scott Clark's house.
On second thought, jealous Hopper might actually be my least favorite flavor Hopper.
It can't just be a coincidence, Hopper. It has to be them.
Joyce, stop.
It has to be the lab.
It does not. And even if it is those wacky scientists, why would they go back to the first place people would look for them? Okay, it's where the portal to the Upside Down is, but surely somebody would have noticed a giant f***ing magnet disruptor being built there, right?
Because God forbid any of us move on.
Dude, she is less than a year after watching her boyfriend get eaten alive by demon puppies from hell. I know mental health isn't exactly a thing that existed in 1985, but you'd think Hopper in particular would be aware of the toll losing a loved one takes on a person. I did my due diligence and can confirm that these covers do, in fact, come from February and April of 1985, which is the same year that Season 3 is set. I can also confirm that neither of those covers appeared from 1986 through 2016. I was very thorough. Kids.
Where's the sailor man?
Sorry, he can't help you. He's busy.
Busy with what?
Spycraft.
Do you maybe don't want to share that with a kid who will likely blab that to the whole mall? Even if she doesn't believe it, you know she's telling everyone who will listen that she's not getting free samples because spy shit is happening.
Because that's how this works, Henderson. I give you the advice, you follow through.
And how well did your advice work for Dustin at the end of last season's school dance?
I'll use my torch to set fire to the chambers, sacrificing ourselves, killing the Jujus, and saving the Kuazar.
Assuming that Lucas's character and the Jujus don't get a deck save to avoid your torch fire. Jeez, even the fireball spell has everyone make a deck save for half damage, not to mention someone throwing out a counter spell.
No. We're just good Samaritans.
Choosing the Good Samaritan for your parable when what you're actually doing is more akin to the parable of the lost sheep. If the pool just closed because of the storm, why isn't this changing room absolutely filled with people getting changed?
What do you see?
A door. A red door.
What she sees is a red doors are spooky cliché. See Insidious or Picard Season 3 for reference. Okay, but why can Heather see L2? First I thought it was because Heather was now possessed by the Upside Down, but this is clearly normal Heather calling for help. I feel like L's powers care way more about putting on a good show for us than they actually should. You'd think that whoever is using the top secret lab that's supposed to be abandoned would find a way to prevent the obviously blinking camera situation. However, I think the episode is more concerned with this cool transition to Dustin's binoculars than answering my nitpicking.
Evil Russian.
Wow, this guy looks super intense and fits the exact description of the mystery Russian spy they invented, including paranoid shoulder checking, right up until the point the story doesn't want him to be this way anymore.
Who is ready to sweat?
As Wake Me Up Before You Go plays, I have to say that while they lack structure and can be difficult to follow, Wham is not jazz.
When blue and yellow meet in the west. I cracked it.
So Robin figures out the Russian code because it, fortunately, describes a delivery that's about to happen by referring to things in the mall. The boxes I can kind of understand, but there was no reason to use the mall's f***ing clock because unless I'm mistaken, clocks all work the same f***ing way. They could have just said when the hands meet in the west, or, use some actual grown-up KGB code, like the f***ing Fialka. Also, I'm pretty mad that code or no code, Robin was able to translate this in a cave with a bunch of snacks.
But it's just some stupid story.
Oh, it's stupid?
It's stupid to get fired over.
No one's going to fire us.
Well, maybe not before, but now that you've said that, the writers have literally no choice but to make sure you get fired.
Look, if you don't want to go, that's fine. Just give me the keys.
You're relentless, you know that?
I think you mean manipulative. Nancy Wheeler is emotionally manipulative. And I'm so happy Steve is free of her. Also, while we have a moment, I'd like to point out that we have two sets of characters in the same episode where one person wants to investigate a hunch and manipulates a reluctant man into embarking on said hunch under threat of going alone. Twice. Same episode. Twice.
All the cavities have been filled.
Title of my sex tape?
You know that I'm keeping a close eye on things, right?
She also knows that you have an unhealthy vendetta against Eleven's boyfriend, so I think you can forgive her for not being completely convinced by this.
After Sarah.
Skip.
Will, I'm sorry, man, all right? I was being a total asshole.
I don't think I agree with that assessment, Mikey. It was pretty clear that you and Lucas didn't want to play Dungeons and Dragons, and yet you did because you knew it would make your friend happy even though you were distracted by a breakup. Will's the one that's being kind of a jerk and insisting that nothing ever changes so he can carry on playing games forever and stormed off when he couldn't get his way.
Stupid. This is stupid.
I agree. It was stupid of you to put not waterproof things inside your not waterproof shelter. Also, despite what I said about Will being the jerk, it sure would be nice if Will had some kind of support system or adult in his life that he could turn to right now, like a Mom Joyce. If I've learned anything from The Last of Us, horror movies, and life in general, it's that if you see an old lady hunched over eating something, you leave. You leave right now.
Well, I think we found your Russians.
Sure, but the more important question is, how did they not find you? And the answer is, of course, the magic of an off-camera escape. This Russian spy sure has a flair for the dramatic as he waits for the lightning to reveal himself before attacking. Oh cool, dark footage, rapidly cut editing, and shaky cam. That's like sugar, spice, and everything nice. But instead of the Powerpuff Girls, you just get dizzy and cinny.
Is this it?
Wait, did they just ride around the neighborhood in the dark in a storm until they found a red door with this number? How many streets did they have to cycle up and down before finding this place?
Where is she?
I'm sorry. Where is who?
Well, they're a little burnt.
She was apparently waiting for a dramatically perfect entrance. What exactly is Billy Zabub's plan here? I'm guessing that he set up this cozy dinner because he knew that Max and Elle were coming over and wanted to throw them off the trail before taking out Heather's parents. But why not just take care of Max and Elle here and now? Why let them go? Previously on Stranger Things. And yes, I know it's kind of cool because it's showing that Billy Zabub remembers getting zapped by 11, but damn it, we know you just want to reuse that cool shot.
I'm really sorry about this, Daddy.
Oh, sure, it's fine when she says it, but when I say this during a confessional...
Now die! Oh, no, God! Oh, dear God in heaven.
Gave me with a spoon.
Why a spoon, cousin? Why not an axe?
Because it's dull, you twit. It'll hurt more.
There's got to be more.
It's fantastic. I was a bit hazy what I would find at Peppa Pig World, but I loved it. And Peppa Pig World is very much my kind of place.
I'm a man who discovered the wheel and built the Eiffel Tower out of metal and brawn. You're just a woman with a small brain, with a brain a third the size of us. It's science.
Robin.
No.
Why did you say that name?
Because that's how this works, Henderson.
When I want your opinion, I'll give it to you.
Where is who?
I'll do you one better. Who's Gamora?
Call 911!
Oh no, he died!